On this week's Talking Pictures, we're talking about the much maligned, much derided Sex and the City 2. Now, Lance, Sex and the City 2, of course, is a big, 10-year TV series on, or 6 years, however long it ran, on HBO. And then there was the first interminably long film, which did kind of mega box office. But the sequel has become a sort of a bit of a whipping boy for critics. And much as in the style of the comedians trying to tell the ultimate version of the aristocrats joke, it's as though the film has become, the critics are trying to out-rant themselves.
Yeah.
Is it really as bad as they say it is?
I hated this film from the moment that it started. I really, really did.
I didn't know what to expect in the new movie, but except to
Were you looking
expect
forward to it?
very little. No, I wasn't, but that was based on the critics. I actually did want to know what happened. I thought, okay, 2 years on, how's everybody doing, kind of thing. Why did it stir so much vitriol in you and perhaps, by extension, so many other film critics?
These characters are born the way they are and are transplanted onto the screen, and they haven't learned anything in their whole lives. And all the experiences that they go through, they still don't learn things. They're successful in their careers. Why can't you just use your common sense, take off the blinkers, unplug your ears, and learn things that are going on around you, and move on from it? It'll make you better, and it'll make these stories more interesting. It's vacuous. That's what I find. It's meant to be an exploration of modern living, but
is it though?
Well,
I mean, it's
what else is
fantasy, as fantastical as Cinderella.
But they touch upon really real things that people go through in their lives.
Right.
But in a
Such
really
as what?
superficial
Having
way.
to make ends meet.
Getting married.
Not really.
Relationships, children, in this film in particular, and try to explore that.
Yeah. Let's start with the length, which is somewhere between interminable and, it's overlong, certainly, 2 hours. But then again, they only make one every 2 years, so it's kind of like getting 5 episodes of the show in one. I mean, that's kind of, you want to get a bit of value for money, but...
Well, I've got no, I mean...
You didn't mind that it was 2 hours and 2.5 hours long?
I don't mind long films. I like long films.
But you hated this, though, so
because
let's hear more about...
I mean... What really happens? Samantha gets a free trip to Abu Dhabi and she won't go without her girlfriends. So they all go off to Abu Dhabi. And Samantha typically acts in a vulgar fashion, gets in trouble.
I haven't read up too much on this, but I suppose there's a bit of controversy about the portrayal of Middle Eastern women and perhaps even Middle Eastern men in the
what's
film.
all this about? I mean, Jesus, that they rip off their clothes and they've got designer stuff underneath and they want to be like American women. That is offensive.
How is it offensive? Have you never seen women in burqas shopping in
they do. No,
Bulgaria?
absolutely they do.
So what do you think they're wearing under their burqas?
No, but they choose to...
I mean, women of a certain level of
Who's to say... of wealth.
Let's say, yeah.
Who's to
Which
say...
everybody in the film is anyway. It didn't offend me in any way. I thought, I actually found that it sort of trod quite carefully between, around the issues where everything, it wanted to have its cake and eat it, in that every time there was something which was a little bit, that's a bit politically incorrect, there was also something, well, it wasn't really politically
Miranda
incorrect.
saying to Samantha, cover up. Yeah.
But that was the trade-off. Like, for instance, the fact that she
a pretty
says,
weak trade-off.
Yeah, but there's one for every single thing, every single time when there are, potentially ethnic or political sensibilities are going to be slightly offended. First of all, I thought, actually, if I was a burqa wearing Muslim, I would probably have more of a sense of humour about myself than most of the critics have about this this particular product.
Some Muslim women are very happy living the lives they live.
Right. But, without getting into that area, I thought that the film actually did tread quite carefully in terms of, avoiding stereotyping for the most part. Like the fact that the guy from India hasn't seen his wife in 3 months. He says, oh, well, that's okay. I see my wife every 3 months, and that kind of works out. And it makes Carrie think, well, my husband wants like 2 days off. This guy is forced to live the life economically because of his economical situation. He's economic situation. He's forced to live the life where he only sees his wife every 3 months. And there are all kinds of marriages and blah, blah, blah. But it was also the fact that she didn't dismiss him, that
No,
you know,
she
wasn't
felt
aware of
sorry
the custom.
for him.
Yeah,
You
but
could see it in
Miranda
her
would have.
face.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Well,
But
Miranda would have.
well, Miranda read up on the country before she went. She knew a bit of. She tried to learn a bit of Arabic. She tried to get the local customs. She tried to get, you know, Samantha to cover up, and Samantha basically just embarrassed herself. A 52-year-old sexually rampant woman. She's beyond the kind of cougar side. I have no problem with 52-year-old women, you know, being sexual beings. But the way that Samantha does it is kind of, you know, a bit sort of unpleasant, a bit gross,
Yeah,
a bit.
it is.
But you're aware of that, and she's not portrayed as anything other than that. Nobody's sort of winking and saying, yeah, it's okay to be like
Shouldn't
that.
she?
As they did in the show, and it has advanced a little bit.
Yeah.
Now they do make you feel that actually when she's out there offending sensibilities, you know, more modest sensibilities in a you know, what she calls backward. Yes, I have sex. Yes, I use condoms. Deal with it. She's embarrassing.
Yeah. Listen, my girlfriend is a big fan, not in a oh, isn't it fabulous kind of way, but she's watched the show from the beginning. Really likes it because of the quality of the writing in the TV series, and also the, you know, it broke new ground and what have you. And she liked the first film very much. She saw this and her words were amazingly bad. She didn't like it at all. She found it offensive. I mean, more offensive than I did.
Yeah.
But she just was really disheartened and gutted that this show that she loves so much has come to this.
Ah, that's too bad. It's jumped the shark.
And they get up on karaoke and sing "I Am Woman."
Yeah.
Shut up! Just get on with it.
But
Live your lives and open your eyes and stop posturing.
But isn't that the equivalent of like having a massive climactic shootout in a movie that you know that's more tailored for us? Isn't that kind of scene the karaoke scene, the Bridget Jones karaoke scene, the Cameron Diaz singing in a bar? Isn't it kind of like an expected part of those?
No, it's just
those sort of films.
Bollocks. I'm sorry.
Don't you
know
think it's
what?
the equivalent of a big car chase in a Matrix movie or something? You know, it's kind of expected to have for all the girls to get together to have a big empowering sing song.
I know, but like,
I didn't mind it because of that. I know it lasted like 4 minutes, and I was like, yeah, okay, this is a bit of a music video stuck in the middle of the film. But hey, the film's 2 hours and 49 weeks long. You can afford to stop for 4 minutes and have a sing song. And, you know, for the portion of the audience,
if you raise your fist and say, yeah, right on, girls, at that moment, your life is as vacuous as theirs.
There's a lot of the audience that still, as you said, still find that lifestyle aspirational and will think that, okay, look, if you I'm sorry, but if you look at this in, you know, Emily Pankhurst terms, and let's not. But if you did, you know, Charlotte came from money. She's married into money, okay? Miranda is a successful lawyer. Not too shabby a role model, right? She is, Carrie is a self-made woman, effectively. You know, she is basically a successful writer, so she's got a talent or a gift or a craft that she's managed to turn into a very nice living. Yes, her husband makes a lot of money, but Carrie was doing pretty well before Big came along, okay? And then Samantha has her own PR company. She's very successful. You know, these aren't perfect role models, but actually there are worse role models for women in movies than these four characters. You know what? I came to bury Sex and the City 2 not to praise it, and I can't praise it, but at the end I have to say, you know, it was kind of I thought it was pretty harmless and, you know, not terrible, sorry Laura, not amazingly bad. I'm gonna give it like 3 out of 10. If you're a fan of the show, I'd say for completism's sake, you know, it's not. You know,
if you're a fan of the show, definitely.
You really need, I suppose, to know how the relationships develop. And
I'm gonna give it
3 out of 10. 2 out of 10. So that's not a disaster. I think it's okay.
Yes, it is.
2.5 out of 10. I know we're normally quite generous with our.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, Sex and the City 2.5 out of 10.